second quarter and a bit of the third, it seemed like their defense really, stepped up. How important of a lesson is it, and just an experience to deal with as physical of a defense as that can be on the perimeter?
Damn, Scotty was plus 18. Sorry, say that again, sorry.
Plus 18 is impressive. Their defense, it seemed like it really stepped up. They have so many perimeter guys who are just so physical. How important is it for you guys to go through that and get used to that, since it's so close to what can happen in the playoffs?
Well, I think, one, it's very important. I also think after that Detroit game, we kind of been just really conscious of defense like that. Been working on stuff like that. So we know that it's something that we can't get stunned on, again.
If you've been focusing on it, how do you think you fared against, not that they're the same, but a similar defense this compared to last game?
I think we did a lot better this game. But, they had some guys that played this time that didn't play last time. Isaiah Joe went crazy today. Hartenstein, he was big for them. I think he had a double-double. Just, little things like that. Caruso, yeah, they play well. I mean, obviously they're a championship team, so they played well. I think we gave ourselves a chance. We started out the game well, started out the fourth quarter well, gave ourselves a chance, but, just not enough.
And we spoke the other day that, physically you're starting to feel it come together, and it's like on the floor, your game kind of caught up with how you've been feeling a little bit. It must be a bit of a relief or kind of a long time coming. How would you put it?
Got another game tomorrow, Gotta watch this one. Come back, another task tomorrow, so. Yeah.
Darko is saying that for the second and third quarters, you guys weren't playing in your identity. Would you agree with that?
Probably not tonight, but, for the majority, I think we've been putting a full, almost a full game together every night. So, night like tonight, we played well in the first and fourth. We just gotta continue to find ways to try to strive to play a 48-minute game.
I mean, have you guys kind of noticed against some of these upper-tier teams, the wins haven't come as routinely as they have against, the other 20 teams in the league, let's say?
Yeah, I mean, we've made a huge jump from where we were last year. You got to think where we were last year versus now, So, like, a lot of these teams have either already been good, already been in, playoff situations, like tonight, won a championship. So these teams already know. They already have those. They're already battle-tested. And it's good for us to play those teams right now, go through, these tough losses right now during the season, so that we'll figure it out. Today, like, Detroit game, got blown out. Today, started good, went down 20, fought all the way back. So that we're already learning something there. And we just got to continue to learn how to scratch and claw and beat these good teams, and we will.
RJ, c'est un de tes meilleurs matchs depuis le retour de blessure. Est-ce qu'un match pareil, ça te permet de retrouver le rythme? Comment est-ce que tu te sens maintenant?
Ouais, sens un peu mieux. J'ai pensé que tu es parti. Ouais.
J'étais avec Rudolph.
ok. Ouais, je suis d'accord maintenant.
Justement, je viens de parler avec Rudolph qui dit que c'est une motivation supplémentaire de venir jouer à Toronto, au Canada. Est-ce que toi, de ton côté, jouer contre ton coéquipier de l'équipe du Canada, est-ce que ça a une motivation, une signification particulière de jouer contre lui?
Oui, toujours. Quand je joue contre mes amis, spécialement les Canadiens, c'est toujours un bon match. Ouais, j'aime ça beaucoup. Il a bien joué aujourd'hui.
I mean, first quarter, fourth quarter, defensively, I'm sure you're pretty close to what you would want. What happened in those two middle quarters that they were able to kind of get what they wanted?
I wish I knew the answer. Hopefully the film is going to help me to understand it better, but Second and third quarter, that was not us. That was not our identity. That was not what we did in the first quarter. To start the game, we were dictating and dominating on defensive end, creating a lot of turnovers, which fueled our offense. And we took the foot off the gas. And when that happens, usually we find it like pretty quickly. We get it like, a couple of minutes and we find it back. But we could not find it for 2 straight quarters. And then, credit to our guys. They found it in the fourth quarter, came back to 101 to tie game. And unfortunately, a couple of turnovers, couple of shots that potentially could go our way, and it ended the way they ended. Obviously, credit to Oklahoma City, really good team, really talented team. They play a great game, but there's another layers for us. We gotta put the whole game together.
Barnes won his minutes by a pretty wide margin. How dominant was he tonight?
Scotty, obviously we missed him this past game. I thought that he did a really good job there defensively, and he was very, very disruptive. I think he really pushed our pace as well. And when he's going to the rim, I think he's outstanding. Tonight, I thought that a couple of times that he was getting to the rim and he was not getting the foul call. That was just the criteria tonight, but he definitely deserves more than one free throw in a game. He needs to get more to the free throw line, and he was playing with such force that he was getting fouled, but the foul call was not there.
I know you guys don't have a lot of time to look back at this game, but given how good that team is, especially on the defensive end, how instructive do you feel like those last 5 minutes, just looking back at the tape, can be for you guys moving forward as a young team?
Oh, no doubt. I think it's very important, how we handle from 101. I thought that we had the momentum there, and it's just like small things, small details. I think that our team has a lot of motivation. I think that our team has a lot of grit, a lot of energy. Area that we need to get better at is focus. It's improving in those moments when we need good execution to get a good shot. Those are the areas for us to grow.
What do you think got RJ going tonight?
Say again?
What do you think got RJ going tonight?
I thought that he was great tonight. I thought that offensively he was efficient. He was making shots, just like I promised you before the game, right? Yeah. And then I thought that he played a really good defense there for us. He was playing well on both ends.
At a pace the way he excels at that quick pace. Is that fair?
No, for sure. He's a big part of our success in a fast break is RJ because he does really good job of getting ahead of a ball and playmaking from there, getting to the rim or finding his teammates. I thought that he did a really good job tonight.
I was going to say, Scotty was limping last few minutes of that game. Is he all right, or is it?
I did not get a chance to talk to medical, but he should be okay.
I mean, I think you go through your starters. All quickly had 4 turnovers. Brandon had a couple. Scotty 3. You play against these really good teams. You've struggled against them. Is that physicality you're typically going to face defensively something you're still adjusting to sometimes?
There are 29 teams that struggle with that when they play OKC. So it's not us. That's what they do on elite level. That's how they won the championship. And for us, it's awesome. I wish we can play that team 3 times, 4 times a month. I wish, because every time when we play them, we learn something about us, and then we get better through that.
To that point about this team, like forcing turnovers, limiting the paint so much, OKC, how do you maybe counteract that offensively to try and get more opportunities in the paint? What's the recipe there to try and
recipe is it comes down to execution. It comes down to quality of screens. It comes down to the pace that we played with. And a lot of those things are actually the things that we did in the first quarter. I thought that we had a focus and discipline, and that's the recipe for us. I thought that as the game went on, we went a little bit away from that. So we always got to get back to our core principles and our fundamentals, and that's all the stuff that we did there in the first quarter.